What's up everyone, Andre here, and today will be all about pivoting, one of the most essential techniques that every skater has to learn at some point. Pivoting can be used for all sorts of turns, moves, and combos, and they're always nice to look at. First, I'll go over the concept of pivoting, detailing how it works. Then we'll go over pivoting on 2 feet and then 1 foot pivoting, finishing off with some variations at the end. Before we begin, people often ask me to help them with their pivots, and my first question is always which way and how are they doing them. So, to reduce the confusion, from now on they'll be referred to by levels for the sake of making it easier to differentiate between the 4 standard ways of pivoting. Level 1 pivots, standing still, traveling towards the free leg. Level 2 pivots, standing still, traveling away from the free leg. Level 3 pivots, or rolling pivots turning towards the free leg. Level 4 pivots, or rolling pivots turning away from the free leg. These are all assigned in accordance to general difficulty. Now that we've cleared things up, let's get right into it. Pivoting is more a utility than an actual move in and of itself, since many other moves rely on pivoting to varying degrees. You can start pivoting from a standstill to generate momentum to launch into spins or even rolling moves like this. Pivoting is all about shifting your weight from your heel to toe and toe to heel while staying balanced over your skates. Another important aspect is knowing just how much you need to shift your weight in order to make the wheels slide. If you look closely at my foot, all 4 wheels stay in contact with the ground while I'm pivoting. Crab walks is a simple 2-foot pivot that can help you start learning how to shift your weight from heel to toe on each foot while moving around. Here in this close-up, you can see how my feet alternate between heel and toe with each pivot. I exaggerated the move here so you can get a better idea of what is happening with my feet. Ideally, you should always want to keep all 4 wheels on the ground and only shift your weight just enough so that the wheels slide across the floor. And this is on a somewhat smooth outdoor surface. When skating indoors, my wheels almost never leave the floor when pivoting. Once you start getting really comfortable doing these, it'll be time to do them on 1 foot. Now it's time for 1 foot pivots while standing still. The only prerequisite is having okay core strength and okay leg strength. 1 foot pivots is one of those moves that looks really challenging until you start doing them. I understand it can feel pretty hard at first if you're not used to standing on 1 foot for very long. However, don't let it discourage you or stop you from practicing them, since they'll help you out in the long run. We'll start off with the easiest variation of 1 foot pivots, level 1 pivots, traveling in the direction of the free leg. Here are the steps to pulling these off. Step 1, stand on 1 foot with the other lifted up. Step 2, slightly shift your weight onto your heel and turn your toe inwards. Step 3, shift your weight back onto the toe and bring your heel in. Step 4, keep repeating steps 2 and 3 over and over. If done correctly, you should have moved over slightly from where you first started. Remember to practice level 1 pivots on both legs. Now for level 2 pivots. These involve traveling away from the free leg. Step 1, stand on 1 foot with the other lifted up. Step 2, slightly shift your weight onto your heel and turn your toe out. Step 3, shift your weight back onto the toe and turn your heel out. Step 4, keep repeating steps 2 and 3 over and over. If done correctly, you should have moved over slightly from where you first started. Now for the rolling pivot variations. Starting with level 3 pivots, which is rotating towards the free leg, and lastly level 4, rotating away from the free leg. To do level 3 pivots, shift your weight onto your front toe while turning your head and upper body. Then twist your heel out while picking your free leg up to do a 180-degree turn. Continue rotating your free leg out to the side until you feel the point that your hip and leg wants to turn. At this point, shift your weight onto your heel and pivot 180 degrees around. From here, you can use the momentum to keep doing consecutive pivots following the toe-heel pattern. Level 4 pivots. While rolling forwards, rotate your head, shoulders, and hips and gently swing your free leg forwards to pivot around from forwards to backwards. Keep rotating your upper body and hips until you feel the point that your foot wants to turn. Once you feel that point, gently swing your free leg forward and pivot around on your heel. From here, you can use the momentum to keep doing more pivots. If you were able to do several level 4 pivots, then congratulations. You can now start mixing and matching these however you please. This is generally considered a difficult pivot because going from forwards to backwards is simple enough to do. However, to go from backwards to forwards, it can always feel a bit challenging and tricky, and maybe a little scary to do as well. Now here are some tips to help you with pivoting. Because the hips connect the upper body and lower body together, they play a key role in every pivot from level 1 to 4. Using your hips to pivot is very important when attempting more advanced variations later on, so it's best to get used to doing them as soon as possible. Avoid getting into the habit of putting your foot down after every 2 or 3 pivots when practicing. Keeping your foot up will help you focus more on controlling the one on the ground. Level 1, 2, 3, and 4 pivots can all be practiced while in your socks at home. This is a safe and easy way to get comfortable with the technique on your off days or when you miss out on purchasing a ticket to go to the ring. Once you start getting really comfortable doing pivots, you can take them another step further, doing all sorts of combinations and variations such as tilted crab walks, tilted level 2s, level 1s to backspins, crazy legs to tilted level 2s, foot grab pivots. Like I mentioned earlier, pivoting is essentially a utility move to open up doors to other combinations. Remember to take breaks often to avoid burning yourself out. After several sessions, you'll find yourself able to do more and more pivots than when you first started. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.